From Bangkok Thai, and Lar, you brought a special guest this morning.
Yes, sir. This is actually my daughter.
Hey, like I said, very special guest.
Yeah, can you introduce your name? And
Hi, I'm Serena, and I'm a fourth-year medical student, and I've always been helping the restaurant as a little girl, so they've fed me since I was little, so I figure I'd teach you guys a little too.
Very cool. So you're going to be cooking with us today on the show, and not only are you a medical student and a chef, but you also make some crazy culinary creations over here as well. Talk to us about this display that we're looking at.
Well, basically, we've set up some mouse and strawberry mouses, and there's some carrot fish and swans, and then I made some banana dogs earlier.
You were making those during our teas, the banana dogs right here. How did you learn to do this, or is it just something you kind of just started to do?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes.
All right. Well, it really makes for quite the conversational piece, and it looks fantastic, and we're pleased to have it here on the set. So, ladies, we mentioned we're making vegetarian spring rolls this morning. What do we need to do to get started?
well, there's some preparation. You have to get started. You have to have a wrapper,
Okay.
and you can buy any wrapper from the Asian supermarket. Normally, it will come frozen, so you need to let it sit out and let it thaw out. And then also the preparation you need to do, you have to peel, take the spring roll skin out, and then you have to peel each one out
Okay.
and set it aside. And to prevent it to be getting dry, because it's going to be harder to wrap when it's dry, it's going to crack easily. So you would have to have a moist towel and cover it on the wrapper while you preparation. So that's the first preparation. And also, this also called bean thread or the clear noodles.
Okay.
And it comes in the dry package. So this, you have to soak this in at least 15 minutes in
okay.
warm water. If you want to be able to have more time, you can soak in cold water, maybe 1 hour.
Well, let me tell you a true story. I actually went to Bangkok Thai 2 days ago, and I had quite a few of these spring rolls on the buffet, and they are so delicious. So I was excited to hear that you were making them again this morning. So tell us a little bit about Bangkok Thai for the folks who haven't been there.
Well, Bangkok Thai has been in Mobile since 1997. That's when I first started at Highway 90. And as a matter of fact, I have customers came to us since we have a Highway 90. And then we branched out to Airport Boulevard in 2001. So this is about 14 years already on the second location. Then we also add one in Daphne. That was 2003.
Well, you wouldn't be able to continue to add all these restaurants if people didn't enjoy and love your amazing food. So in terms of cooking this, do we want to wait and get started in the next segment then and get things really going?
Yeah, and then also the other thing that you need to do some preparation is you need to have some all-purpose flour or any cornstarch. And then you have, this is the recipe, about 2 tablespoons, and you put 2 tablespoons of water. So this is one of the preparation, because when you wrap the spring roll, at the end of it, it's going to be open. So this is act like a glue to close the spring roll. So you're going to stir these real well, and then the finished touch would be like this. You see, it looks like glue.
We're learning all the secrets this morning. I tell you what, we have a lot to do yet with Bangkok Thai. We've got 2 cooking segments left, so we're going to go to town when we come back in our second one. And also, we're telling you about some meditation events that are coming up as well. You'll hear all about that for the rest of the program. But pretty impressive. Chastity, do you think you could do any of this yourself?
No. Nope, I'll just enjoy eating the spring rolls and enjoy they always bring the cutest little things made out of food. Look at those. She does that. She talks about her doing them and how much time it takes her, and she always brings the cutest little things, and we certainly appreciate that. Taking pictures this morning in the kitchen. We're also cooking in the kitchen. We're with Bangkok Thai making vegetarian spring rolls. I'm so excited to try this. She's just laughing. She was taking a picture, and we were like, 3, 2. She's like, oh, wait, I got to get in here. Don't worry, we do that all the time, too. So let's talk about the ingredients. Joe talked a lot about Bangkok Thai in the first cooking segment, and we have some great ingredients and a healthy treat this morning that we're cooking. let's go ahead and talk about what we're putting into the vegetarian spring rolls.
This Thai vegetarian spring roll use a very basic ingredient, and you can use different kind of vegetable as you like. But cabbage is the main one. Cabbages, cut up celery, carrots, and this is the bean thread which make this special for Thai vegetarian spring roll. When you have a Chinese spring roll, they are totally different taste. One ingredient is because of the bean thread in the cooking. And the basic ingredient is very simple. We're going to go ahead and went ahead and...
Do I need to move on the other side and get out of your way?
All
There
right,
we go. We'll do a little shift there.
Vegetable oil and heat it up. And garlic, if you don't like the smell or someone don't like it, but there's a lot of benefit.
The smell of garlic. That's a wonderful smell, especially this early in the morning.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefit of garlic. So you heat up the oil in the wok, and then you put some garlic, and you can see it sizzling.
And every time that you're on here, you talk about the fresh ingredients that you guys have at Bangkok Thai.
Yes, ma'am. We try to the best we could to use the freshest ingredients and very natural ingredients. Especially in our cooking, we don't put any MSG, which the research have shown very bad. And if you go to Asian restaurant, most of the time they will use MSG because it's believed that if they don't put MSG, their food will not taste good.
And you're proving them wrong every day. All right, let's talk about the locations of Bangkok Thai. I know you have one off Airport Boulevard.
Yes, ma'am. One on Airport Boulevard, one on Highway 90, and then one in Daphne, very close to the Interstate I-10.
Okay, good to know. All right, so we've got the garlic going in the pan. What's next?
Now we can put all vegetable in. So you can see...
Your daughter's doing a wonderful job over here. And we're adding the cabbage.
Yes, ma'am. This seems like a lot.
I was about to say, that's a lot of cabbage there.
But after you cook, it's going to go down a lot. And you can go ahead and add soy sauce. Increase the heat a little bit. And some sugar.
We're putting sugar in there. I didn't know that was one of the ingredients.
Yes, ma'am. If you're diabetes, you can, omit that.
Okay.
And a little bit salt.
I'd be making a mess right now in that pan if I was cooking.
And white pepper, which is very good for you, too. So at this step, very simple. Just keep stirring until they're all well blended.
Okay. And we'll let Joe put them together coming up in the next cooking segment. I'm going to have to get your daughter talking a little bit more. She's focused on cooking over there, but we'll get her to wrap up those spring rolls coming up next, and I can't wait to try them. Joe?
A couple minutes here to finish things up in the kitchen with the folks from Bangkok Thai, and we're working on vegetarian spring rolls today. What do we need to do to finish up, ladies?
Okay, after we put all vegetable and soy sauce, they're all well blended. Then we're going to put the bean thread that already soaked and prepared. And also our secret ingredient is putting herbs.
Okay.
And herbs is very good and very healthy. So we pick cilantro. You can either chop them up or blend them in the blender. So these are all going to be blend well together.
The secret ingredient.
Well, we're very honest, and also it's very important for us that we have a responsibility to the public, to every customer. So that we try to use the fresh ingredient, no additive in our food like MSG, make it the freshest and make it the most delicious as we can do.
Yeah, a lot of people have heard about the ill effects of MSG. None of your food has MSG, so as healthy as can be, and that's very important. And Nena, thank you for being here on the program today as well. We mentioned you're going to be talking at that Tuesday night meditation event, and you also do a little bit about that at South as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm a middle way meditation coach, and I guide meditation sessions at the Rec Center at South Alabama. It's been about 3 years now, and it's wonderful to be able to see people from all different races, all different religions. On the outside, we all look different, but when you look inside, you'll see that we're all the same, and we can all access the same inner peace and happiness from within.
What a great message here this morning on Studio 10. And guys, we've only got about 20 seconds left, so did you want to try to wrap one of those up for us?
So you're gonna wrap it like an envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Just roll it and bring the sides together here. And put a little traction on the end. And then we're going to use a little bit of flour that we pre-mixed earlier.
And we have the finished product right over here if you'd like to take a look, and go check out Bangkok Thai for yourself, and we'll have all the information about those meditation events on our website as well. Ladies, thank you so much. Great to see you again.
Thank
Thank
you
you so much for having
Thank you so
me.
much.
What are you going to do this weekend? Go to Bangkok Thai?
Yeah, I would. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Great food, and we appreciate y'all being with us throughout this week. It was a cold week, Joe.